Luncheon meat, one of the best baits there is, I think. Must have accounted for a lot more than its fair share of carp and fish in general. It's just a good bait, but it does have its drawbacks. Enter tough meat, which this is what this is all about. This is a pre-prototype. I want to know whether it's worthwhile us making a batch and sending out to you guys off the Fuka Anglers Facebook group. I want to know whether it's worth doing a prototype on this or not. If there's enough of you are interested in this, then we'll do that. We'll go into prototype, and if people are still really interested in it, then maybe we'll go into full production. So that's what this is about. This is a pre-prototype. I'm looking for your feedback. I want to gauge how much interest there is in this. So just comment on the Fuka Facebook group. Have a look on there and comment on the appropriate post that I'll put on there to tell me what you think of it. And that's all you got to do. So, luncheon meat, as I say, and this is my favourite of all the luncheon meats, apart from maybe bacon grill. And the thing we're looking for, what I'm always looking for, is something that is reliable and stays on the hook. You can cast it out, you can trundle it down the bottom of an active river, and it's still on there. Because luncheon meat, as wonderful as it is, it's got its drawbacks. And the drawbacks is it staying on the hook. So here's so I think this is a size 14 hook. I put a little bit on there, and if it's great if I'm fishing off a pole, but if I'm going to cast it on a bomb, I mean, what's the chances it's going to stay on? Well, it didn't. Bigger pieces for barbel, and chub and carp and all the rest of it, same thing. It's you really want the hook out. You can go to all sorts of different extremes to try and keep it on there, but basically it doesn't really want to. And in the summer, this is winter, in the summer it's even worse. You can put it on a hair rig with a great big stop at the bottom, and it shouldn't come off. But then you find in the summer, when everything's hot, it actually slices through. So I put my mind to it and decided to make some samples and trials for me, and do two things. One, I wanted them to be really firm, exactly the same as luncheon meat. So it is luncheon meat, but I've modified the recipe very slightly. I wanted it to solve that problem of them coming off, but I also wanted them, this trial luncheon meat, tough meat, to actually not go off either, without adding any preservatives, because that's what one of the things I'm really good at. And so here is a bag that's been around for about 18 months. I've had it on windowsills, hot in the sun in the day and cold at night, condensation. I've had it on my car display dashboard, same thing. I've had it lying around, as you can tell if you have a really close look, it's absolutely filthy. Been lying around in my tackle box and unhooking mat and everything. I've opened it up and closed it up again, and it's fresh as a daisy. I've got some that's even older here. It's gone a bit pink because it's with a load of other bait. It's a bit pink out of them. It hasn't gone off. But how tough is it? Right, so I'll get those same hooks, which the luncheon meat, I'll try to anyway. Now this stuff is a bit. I'm just gonna like hook it very slightly. It's only lightly hooked, look, almost like you'd hook a maggot. And that's what I'm looking for, something tough that stays on like that, and the hook is out. That's why, one of the reasons why the hair rig completely revolutionised fishing is because suddenly you got a hook that's available to hook something. So is that going to stay on? You've seen how lightly it's been hooked. It stays on. Big one, let's find a big one. Here's a big chunk. Same thing, I'll just hook it lightly in the edge there, so the hook's showing. That's a bit of weight there as well there. Not coming off. Look how hard I can pull there. It's difficult to convey this over the visual medium of YouTube, but look at that. I mean, I'm really pulling on there. It ain't going to break the line, but that's a good pull. So in terms of toughness, it definitely scores. In terms of staying fresh, it definitely scores. So what do you think? I mean, I'm just going to have a little mess around now because I've been fishing various places, just trying it out as well. I haven't just been leaving it in the bag, and I've been catching really, really well. And one of the things I like doing is taking some of this, fishing with it like that, catch really well. But sometimes when you want to speed things up, there's fish present and they're feeding on other bait you put in, you want them to be particularly attracted to the bit that's on the hook. So I've been playing around with thick sensate. So this is a super thick sensate, powerfully thick stuff. And it's full of all the attractants. It's full of the sensate attractants, and all those attractants are powered by the fish accelerant, which spreads it out, all those attractants, really, really fast. But the other thing about this is look how visual it is. So if I put some of this on here, if I can get some out. Hold on. Now you've got something that is visually super bright, and it also gives off loads of attractants really quickly. So you've got choices of all different colours in this thick stuff. It's white, this one's sweet as well. It's got sensate, but it's sweet. You've got the fluorescent. You can't see it's fluorescent on there, but that's fluorescent pink. And the black one's halibut. And it means I can ring the changes when I'm fishing. So I just want to tell you again about this stuff. I'm going to get this out of the way. Put that in there. This stuff, this tough meat, is actually luncheon meat, except I've modified the recipe slightly just to make it tough. So it's got all the attributes of luncheon meat, and yet it's tough and it doesn't go off. I've not put any more preservatives on there. I've just done my usual trick with all Fuka baits, is I've made them so they stay fresh in the shelf life by controlling something called the available water. It's available water control. You can Google that and check it out and find out how it works. Basically, you don't need preservatives. You just control the amount of free water that is available to nasty little bugs, bacteria and fungi and stuff like that. And it's because there's no water for them, it can't grow. So fresh, no nasty tasting preservatives, which fish can detect, you know, and that's why a lot of shelf life things don't catch quite as well as freezer or absolutely fresh baits do. So this is ticking that box as well. So it's really tough and it doesn't go off. It is luncheon meat. It's got exactly all the ingredients that luncheon meat's got. We've just modified a little bit of the recipe to make it tough. It's not made out of chicken breast, pulp or anything. This is luncheon meat. So get onto Facebook, on the Fuka Anglers Facebook group, and tell us what you think about it. Is this a good idea? Is it worth pursuing or not? How would you use it? What exactly would you do with it? Personally, you know that I prefer catching bigger carp and other things. I enjoy all fishing, but I do really like catching bigger carp. I think I'm going to be using this on a hair rig. If you think about it, the reason why boilies exist, the main reason about the whole thing about boilies is that little fish aren't going to steal it after you cast it out, and then you're fishing with a bare hook. This is the whole thing about boilies, is you can trust them that they're going to still be there in 24 hours or whatever. Luncheon meat, not quite the same. Tough meat, absolutely. So I think that luncheon meat is probably more attractive to fish generally than boilies generally. And I think that that has got a lot going for it. It's definitely going to be staying there on the hook, however long you cast that out, until you catch a fish big enough to take all that in. I mean, that's about an inch. That's a size 4 hook, and that's about an inch cube, 2.5 centimetres to younger people. So yeah, I'm quite looking forward to that. I'm definitely going to be using this stuff this year. Now it's stood the test of time in my dirty bags and everything. Would you use this luncheon meat for fishing for carp? If you did, would you use it on a hair or would you direct hook it? How would you fish with it? All this sort of stuff is very interesting to me, because it helps me work out how best to present a new bait. It's all right me thinking I've got a real good cracker of a possible bait here. I am only one person, and however much I know about bait, I don't fish in all the different ways that you guys fish in. And I need that experience that you've got through your comments about how you would use baits that I propose. We are coming up with new stuff that works for you, not just for the manufacturer or us. And that is why we are revolutionising the bait industry right now, bringing you bait that you really do want to use, and you are catching more fish more quickly. You can comment on here, and I also want you to go to the Facebook Fuga Anglers group and put your comments on there so that everyone else can see what's going on, what everyone else's thoughts are, because that's how we're turbocharging this innovation process. It's all of us working together. So thank you very much in advance for any comments that you give us.